Hey there, travelers. Welcome aboard Travel Vibes. If you're dreaming of your first cruise, or maybe you've done a few and want to level up your experience, you're in the right place. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, or just young at heart, cruising today isn't just about shuffleboard and sunbathing. It's a world full of hidden perks, unspoken rules, and clever workarounds that most people never discover. You see, cruise lines don't always tell you everything, and what you don't know, it can cost you your money, your comfort, even your safety. That's why in today's video, we're diving deep into 18 cruise secrets the companies hope you'll never uncover. Forget the tired bring a lanyard advice. This is the real insider stuff. The hacks seasoned travelers whisper about late at night on the upper deck while everyone else is asleep. So grab your notepad or just sit back and soak it all in. And hey, if you love smart travel tips and want more honest, experience-backed cruise advice, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a voyage with us. Number 1. The champagne trap, hiding in plain sight. Step into the art auction lounge on a cruise ship, and it feels like you've just entered a high-end gallery. The lights are low, the champagne is free. The host speaks fast and smooth, using words like investment, limited edition, and once in a lifetime. It's all designed to make you feel like you're part of something exclusive. But here's the truth. Cruise lines don't advertise. Those auctions, they're often run by third-party companies, not the cruise line. And when something goes wrong, like realizing the $3,800 print you bought is barely worth $500, there's no one on board who'll take responsibility. If you're a traveler from the US, maybe in your 30s or 40s, planning your dream Caribbean escape or anniversary cruise, you're probably budget conscious and value smart. That's why this tip matters. Smart move. If you love the art, take a photo and the artist's name. When you're back on shore, compare prices. If it still feels right, go for it. But don't let champagne and time pressure cloud your judgment. On a ship, even elegance can be an illusion. Number 2. Why overboard incidents still go unnoticed in 2025. You'd think that by now, especially in a high-tech travel world, cruise ships would have automatic systems to alert the crew when someone falls overboard. But here's the unsettling truth. Many ships still don't. Instead, they rely on security cameras, eyewitness reports, and too often dumb luck. By the time someone realizes a guest is missing, the ship may have sailed dozens of miles. And tracking back? Nearly impossible. If you're a US traveler in your late 20s or 30s, cruising with kids, aging parents, or even a friend who tends to wander after drinks, this is a wake-up call. Cruise lines say the tech is expensive or unreliable. But for those of us on board, it's a blind spot we can't afford to ignore. Stay aware, especially on open decks at night. Walk together, check in often. Because no matter how luxurious the ship is, safety still depends on you. Number 3. Hidden food options. They'll only serve if you ask. Here's something most first-time cruisers in the US don't realize. The printed menu isn't the full story. Behind the scenes, cruise kitchens are surprisingly flexible. If you're not in the mood for lobster or duck confit, you can simply ask for plain grilled chicken, a bowl of rice, or even a fresh salad, even if it's not listed. And if you're feeling a little bold, there's a whole unofficial, secret menu that seasoned cruisers love. Think a cheese plate for dessert, a club sandwich at breakfast, or even a flavorful bowl of curry borrowed from another part of the ship's kitchen. This hack is especially valuable for younger travelers who are health-conscious, vegetarian, or simply craving something comforting and familiar while at sea. Insider tip: ask early in your meal and always be respectful. Most servers will go out of their way to make your meal memorable if they feel appreciated. One polite request could unlock your favorite dish at sea. Number 4. Shiny temptations that might cost you later. Cruise ship boutiques are designed to dazzle. The lights glimmer, the displays sparkle, and that sign offering 50% off today only? It's hard to ignore, especially for travelers who've saved up for a special getaway. But here's the secret most cruise lines won't highlight. Those jewelry stores aren't actually owned by the cruise company. They're run by third-party retailers. So if your duty-free diamond ring turns out to be overpriced or poorly made, the cruise line will shrug. Returns? Refunds? You're on your own, with an international phone number and a lot of frustration. For U.S. travelers in their 30s and 40s, budget-aware, brand-savvy, and value-driven, this is a deal-breaker. Here's the move. If something catches your eye, take a clear photo and note the brand. Once you're back in port or online with good Wi-Fi, do a quick search. Chances are you'll find it cheaper, with a proper warranty, and far fewer headaches. Number 5. The psychology of spending at sea. Think you're too smart to fall for cruise ship marketing? Let's put that confidence to the test. From the subtle scent of lavender near the spa to the irresistible aroma of cinnamon rolls drifting past the coffee bar, none of it is random. It's called scent marketing, and it's designed to activate your emotions and open your wallet. And it's not just smell, it's the layout too. Why do you pass by the jewelry shop on the way to the theater? Why is the drink of the day served in a souvenir glass you didn't ask for? It's all part of a well-designed flow that encourages you to spend without even realizing it. For travelers in the US, especially millennials and Gen Z cruisers who value experiences but also track their budgets, it's easy to fall into these quiet traps. Here's your anchor. Before you swipe your card, ask yourself, would I actually buy this on land, or am I being steered by the setting? Awareness is your best defense against overspending at sea. Number 6. Yes, you can order 2 entrees and dessert too. Here's a secret most first-time cruisers don't realize. In the main dining room, you're not limited to just one of anything. Can't decide between shrimp cocktail or Caesar salad? Order both. Torn between filet mignon and grilled salmon? Go ahead, get them both. And when dessert arrives, don't overthink it. Try the cheesecake and the chocolate lava cake. This isn't breaking the rules, it's encouraged. Cruise dining is meant to feel indulgent, especially for travelers from the US who are used to a la carte pricing and portion control. On board, it's about freedom. No extra charge, no raised eyebrows, just attentive service with a smile. Friendly reminder, always be polite and avoid wasting food. A warm thank you and a genuine smile can often lead to a little extra treat, like that surprise dessert not even listed on the menu. Number 7. Secret fare drops that cruise lines won't tell you about. Here's a little-known fact that could save you hundreds. Cruise prices aren't fixed, even after you've booked. Many travelers from the US, especially young professionals and families who plan months in advance, assume once you pay your deposit, the price is locked in. But that's not true. Fares often drop before final payment. And unless you're watching, the cruise line won't say a word. No notification, no refund offer. Just silence. But if you catch the drop yourself, you can call customer service and request a price match. Some cruise lines will offer onboard credit, cabin upgrades, or even partial refunds. It doesn't cost a thing to ask. Smart tip, use price tracking websites or set Google Alerts with your ship name and sail date. One quick email could land you in a balcony room without spending a dime more. Number 8. The quiet cruise shortcut, hidden behind closed doors. Ever wonder how some passengers seem to breeze past the boarding crowd, skip the disembarkation chaos, or get to their excursions without the wait? It's not luck, it's a hidden shortcut most people never hear about. Many cruise ships have discreet crew-only corridors. They're quiet, unmarked, and used for moving staff around efficiently. But here's the secret. If you're in a suite, a loyalty member, or simply polite and well-timed, some crew might quietly escort you through one. For U.S. travelers, especially those who value smooth logistics, like busy professionals, parents with young kids, or anyone who hates waiting in line, this is golden. You won't find these routes on the deck map, and you definitely can't sneak in. But strike up a kind conversation and you might just be shown the back door to VIP treatment. Insider move, ask, not demand. A warm smile and respectful tone can sometimes get you where maps can't. Number 9. The privacy sign that might get you a knock from security. For many travelers, especially younger cruisers or digital nomads from the US, hanging that Do Not Disturb tag feels like setting boundaries, your quiet bubble in the middle of a busy ship. But here's something most people don't realize. If that sign stays up too long, especially on day 1, it can raise a red flag. Behind the scenes, cruise staff are trained to monitor cabins that remain too quiet for too long. It's not about invading privacy, it's about ensuring passenger safety. So if your sign is hanging all day and no one sees you come or go, security might do a welfare check. No need to panic, you're not in trouble. But you could get a knock. or a surprise walk-in. Pro tip: use the sign when you genuinely need rest or space, but don't forget to give housekeeping a chance to do their job. It keeps your room clean, your cruise smooth, and you off the radar of ship security. Number 10. How to unlock a backstage pass. Most cruisers miss. Ever wondered how 10,000 meals are prepared every day? Or what the captain's control room really looks like? If you're the kind of traveler who loves to peek behind the curtain, this one's for you. Many cruise ships offer behind-the-scenes tours, but here's the catch: they're rarely advertised. These exclusive walkthroughs of the bridge, engine control rooms, laundry facilities, and massive galleys are typically reserved for loyalty members or suite guests. But there's a secret. If you ask at guest services early, like day one early, you might just get in. For American travelers in their 30s to 50s, especially those who enjoy learning how things work or want to experience something beyond sunbathing and poolside drinks, this is a golden opportunity. Insider move. Walk up, ask politely if any crew-only tours are available during your sailing. You'd be surprised how often a kind tone turns into a rare invite while everyone else is still busy unpacking. Number 11. Why the dining room beats the buffet on day one. Embarkation day is pure energy. You've just boarded, everyone's buzzing with excitement, and the buffet, it's the first place most people stampede to. But here's what seasoned cruisers know. The main dining room is often quietly open too, and it's a total game changer. No pushing through crowds, no balancing trays. Instead, you'll be greeted by crisp tablecloths, calm conversation, and attentive service. Real menus, hot food delivered to your table, and best of all, a peaceful moment to exhale before the journey truly begins. If you're a U.S. traveler, maybe a couple on a honeymoon cruise, a parent with kids, or a digital nomad looking to ease into the experience, this is the smarter, smoother option. Try it. Skip the buffet frenzy. Head to the dining room instead. You'll thank yourself later, and you might just start your vacation with a quiet smile while everyone else is still hunting for silverware. Number 12. How to upgrade your cabin without paying a dime. You finally board your cruise, tap your keycard, and step into your cabin. But something feels off. Maybe there's a low hum from the engine. Maybe it smells like paint. Or maybe your ocean view is mostly a bright orange lifeboat. Most travelers, they unpack, sigh, and accept it. But savvy cruisers know to act fast. If you visit guest services right away, before the ship fills up, you might be able to switch cabins. No drama, no demands, just a polite request. It's not guaranteed, but it happens more often than you'd think. Many American travelers, especially first-timers or families on a budget, assume they're stuck with what they booked. But cruise lines often keep a few rooms open until departure, just in case. Rule of thumb: be early, be nice, and be clear about what's wrong. Whether it's noise, odor, or location, you might just score a better room for free, and that's a win worth asking for. Number 13. Why booking shore excursions on board could cost you twice as much. You've just stepped up to the shore excursions desk. The options sound incredible. Ancient ruins, snorkeling in turquoise waters, maybe even a cooking class in a seaside village. But one glance at the price and you pause. Here's the truth most cruisers miss. Many of those tours are outsourced to local providers. The cruise line acts as a middleman and adds a hefty markup. If you're a traveler from the U.S., especially in your 30s to 50s, planning a family vacation or a couple's getaway, you're likely cost-conscious, but still craving memorable experiences. Good news, you don't have to sacrifice either. Pro strategy: research your port stops before your trip. Use trusted sites to read reviews, find local operators, and email them your ship's schedule. Most have years of experience catering to cruise guests. And yes, they'll get you back to the ship on time. Sometimes you'll pay half the price for the exact same experience. Or even better. Number 14. The secret front deck no one tells you about. Most people on a cruise flock to the pool deck or the buffet. But there's a quiet little corner of the ship that rarely gets mentioned. And it just might be the most magical spot on board. On many ships, if you wander toward the bow, especially around deck 5, 7, or 8, you may notice an unmarked door tucked away near the end of a hallway. What's behind it? A hidden front-facing deck with panoramic views of the open sea. No crowds, no loud music, just wind in your hair and ocean stretching endlessly in front of you. It's perfect for watching sunrises, arriving into port like you're in a movie scene, or sipping your morning coffee in peace. For U.S. travelers looking to slow down, reconnect, and experience something more meaningful than the next poolside trivia game, this is your hidden gem. Next time you're on board, go exploring. Sometimes the best views are the ones you find by accident. Number 15. The hidden laundry deal that saves you a bundle. Let's face it, doing laundry on a cruise can cost a small fortune. Every shirt, every sock, every wrinkle you want gone? It all adds up fast. But here's the secret veteran cruisers keep to themselves. There's usually one day during your sailing when laundry is discounted by a lot. We're talking one flat rate to stuff an entire laundry bag. No per item charges. But here's the catch. It's almost never announced. No flyers, no announcements. It's practically a secret handshake. For U.S. travelers, especially families, digital nomads, or anyone cruising for 7+ days, this trick is a lifesaver. Cruiser tip. On day 1, ask your room steward if there's a laundry bag special scheduled. Most of the time, they'll quietly give you a heads up. Save your clothes for that day and you'll stay fresh without spending souvenir money on clean socks. Number 16. Why that weird cabin smell might not be your fault. You walk into your cabin. Everything looks spotless, but something smells off. Garlic shrimp? Cologne overload? Or worse, cigarette smoke. Before you start blaming your suitcase or your travel partner, here's what most cruise guests don't know. The air vents in many cabins are shared between multiple rooms. That means your neighbor's midnight curry, cologne cloud, or even an unauthorized cigar break might drift straight into your space, without warning. For travelers from the U.S. who value cleanliness, peace of mind, or just a fresh night's sleep, this can be a real mood killer. Don't just light a candle and hope. Call guest services. Housekeeping may refresh the vents or offer a discreet cabin switch, especially if it's early in the cruise. One polite request could be the difference between stuffy discomfort and a truly refreshing sea breeze. Number 17. The light bag hack that gets you off the ship. First, disembarkation day can feel like controlled chaos. Elevators jammed, passengers pacing, luggage tags flapping, and announcements echoing through the halls. But here's a disembarkation trick most cruisers overlook. Skip checking your luggage and use a compact carry-off bag instead. If you're willing to roll your own duffel off the ship, you're often among the first groups called to disembark. No need to hunt for your suitcase in a sea of identical bags. No stress, no delays. For American travelers, especially those on tight connections, weekend getaways, or anyone who values efficiency, this simple switch is a game changer. Pro tip, pack light on your final night. Keep just the essentials and place them in a soft, collapsible bag. While others are still waiting at baggage claim, you'll already be sipping coffee in the terminal, relaxed, ahead of schedule, and on your way. Number 18. The cruise card hack that unlocks perks you're probably missing. To most passengers, that little plastic cruise card is just a room key or a way to buy drinks. But here's what savvy cruisers know. Your cruise card may be the key to hidden perks you've never heard about. Many cruise lines quietly offer extra benefits, like free spa access, discounts at specialty coffee bars, priority seating, or even exclusive events for loyalty members, suite guests, or those in specific cabin levels. But here's the kicker. They're not always automatic. For U.S. travelers, especially millennials and Gen Xers who want to make every dollar count, this is the kind of tip that makes you feel like an insider. Pro move. On embarkation day, go to guest services or the loyalty desk and simply ask, are there any perks for my cabin or cruise level I should know about? One simple question could unlock a better cruise than the one you paid for. Conclusion. Now you know what cruise lines hope you don't theme. So now you know, not the brochure version, not the everyone gets this version, but the real behind-the-scenes cruise experience. The kind that turns a good vacation into an unforgettable one. You've just unlocked 18 secrets cruise lines would rather you sail right past. From hidden perks and quiet upgrades to secret decks and budget-saving tricks, you're no longer just a passenger. You're an insider. And that's the magic of travel done right. Not just going where the ship takes you, but knowing how to make the most of every moment, every dollar, and every deck. If this helped you feel more confident, more prepared, and a whole lot more excited about your upcoming cruise, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because at Travel Vibes, we don't just share tips. We help you travel smarter, safer, and more stylishly than ever before. Until next time, may your seas be smooth, your sunsets stunning, and your cabin upgraded.